Hey, what's up? What's up? Tuesday. Y'all like my piano and fireplace back there? Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm in my home away from home in the hotel. Uh Tavares, Florida. Um where I'm staying. Anyway, um wasn't gonna come on tonight. I don't have guests, but I do want to say that um I have some get. I'm waiting on dates. I've told them either Tuesday or Thursday nights, and I'm just waiting for them to pick the date. So once I have those, they're 5, 7 or 8 people that some are known, all of them interesting stories. I don't want to give away until I know I have a date. Uh, but some have dealt with been on the Food Network a few times. Is one of them. And yeah, some on have big shows on YouTube. And anyway, as soon as I have the dates, y'all know tonight. And let me get through. Uh, Sponsors as always. Um, Powercore Rods. Um, that's Boat Ramp 10% off the Core Series rods. PowercoreRods.com. And then you have um, Kraken Jigz, KrakenJigz.com. Boat Ramp 10 gets you 10% off of the whole site. Every purchase goes towards helping veteran groups, and he's a veteran himself, and helps him out, him and his family. Also, GFB Fishing. That's girlsfishbetter.com, and it's GFB Fishing 20. Now until not much longer, till like October 1st or 2nd, you get 20% off the Obsession Series rods and combos. The reels are Cast King, Spartacus 2, the Spindrift. Uh, Pretty much matches the rods. And as always, go bug somebody else. Bug spray, Okeechobee Rustic Company. It spelled out OkeechobeeRusticCompany.com. Get nothing off of it. You're in Florida. You need that mosquito spray. It works. Smells good, and it's not oily. That's what I like. Um, and like I said, she has the pumpkin spice candles going on right now. And I always use the lemon lavender natural laundry detergent, which has been nice. Smells pretty good too. Yeah. So anyway, just to let you know, probably won't have. I may do a repeat of one of the shows Thursday night with Cowboy Preacher. He's got something he can't get out of, either with church or I don't remember what it was. So, um, and I think I put it. Everything I've said is listed down below it. I think I put our email address is theboatramp24@gmail.com. If you got an episode you want to hear again, like depression, anger, worry, last week was prison of unforgiveness. If you want to hear any of those, drop me an email by tomorrow or by noon on Thursday. But I'm gonna probably just let one of those shows repeat again. Friday we're gonna do a pre-record, but it will be at 8 o'clock as always. But it'll be a pre-record. The topic for Friday is what song would you play to describe your buddy's fishing prowess. That's his skill, good or bad. My buddy, I kind of question that, but he already said what song he played to describe me. It's not good, tell you that. But tune in Friday, you'll find out. That's Two Guys, One Dog on Friday night at 8 o'clock. So anyway, um, I just saw, but I mean, there is so much information coming out, and just all kind people I follow. One thing I did watch today, um, and his name's Mike Benz. If you don't following him, he's on X. I don't know what other. I know he's on X, Twitter. Um, but he is a very well knowledge researcher, and he did a lecture at Hillsdale College on the history of the intelligence state. Basically, how it started and how all the propaganda works, and it really started in 1948, and with the inauguration of organized political warfare. 1948, our government basically gave money to make sure that the outcome they wanted in another country happened, and it's just trickled into doing it domestically. So anyway, and it has NSC 10-2 is basically the plausible deniability. It gives them free reign to lie to everybody, and it's all in documents. So it's not like it's not in public view. It's everywhere. Anyway, he does a very good lecture on it. It's like 40 minutes. And they go check him out. Mike Benz, Benz. Anyway, so there's a lot of Kamala stuff coming out. I mean, and I think I did this either in Pathos and Politics or the Narcissistic Progressive Party. I think it's Pathos. She is who she says she is. She ain't changed. All her policies were cut and pasted from Joe Biden's. She has no policies. Anyway, what I find fascinating, if you don't know who Judge Brown is, he knows her like real well, and he don't like her at all. And I don't know what happened, but he don't like her, and he always tells the truth. And the thing about it is, he has never like said something, and the next interview say something different. He is stuck by whatever he knows about her, and so I wanted to play it. I thought it was funny. It's 6 minutes long, but I may pause and we just laugh. But yeah, it's very interesting. So I want to see if I can do this right and bring it over. So let me see if I can. How can I? Uh, oh, I gotta go. I don't know if this.
Carefully crafted.
Oh crap!
You
Let
can
me hold
start
on.
with what she
Let,
is.
let
She
me.
has a certain.
I gotta go back.
Maybe you could answer the question most of
Okay.
America is asking outside the Democratic Party or Oprah Winfrey at the DNC. Who is Kamala Harris?
She's a fraud.
In what respect?
She is an image that's been carefully crafted. You can start with what she is. She has a certain paint job, but that doesn't make her what she claims. And we have somebody that has a fabricated reality. I was just mentioning it a minute or two ago. She talks about she was that child on the bus integrating the schools. And if this was in California, I don't get it, because at that point I was a school teacher in LA, California, and we didn't have segregated schools. When she got in kindergarten, first, I was a playground director with the city school system. We didn't have segregated schools in the entirety of California. Both of my parents were school teachers.
So y'all do know that she has said that in a few interviews about how she rode the bus and the integration and all that. This gets even better because she tells another lie about smoking pot and all that in the dorm rooms, listening to Tupac. Listen what Judge has to say about that. It's hilarious. Hilarious.
What they did is they shuffled the teachers around, but
Right.
you went to school in your neighborhood. So I don't know where that study came in.
So
smoking dope in the dorm rooms, listening to Tupac. He was 11 years old when she was in the dorms, and when he cut his first single or release, he was 21, and she was a prosecutor in Alameda County, California. So
that was the story.
Where do we go with somebody that will tell those things? Yes.
And
it gets better, but is that not hilarious? Oh, I was smoking pot listening to Tupac, trying to be black, and hey, don't get me started. She might have, I do, and I can tell you that, but to claim that, there's some other people doing some research on her, and she has a lot of white Irish slave owner great grandparents. I know that, but anyway, let's continue because it's just funny to me. So
that was a story she told to Charlamagne the God. So when she goes to Howard, she graduates, become a lawyer, and becomes a DA. What kind of DA was she?
She was run of the mill. She got some advantages when it came to running. She had a boss that she clashed with in the end to run against him after she disappeared for a couple of years. Nobody quite knows when. So what happens between 1998 and 2004? What is she up to? How does she finance the run? Well, she's with Willie Brown, the mayor of San Francisco, who had been head of the Democratic Party caucus in Sacramento. And he got her a job when she was in her 20s, where she was supposed to nominally be working 15 hours a week, but actually it amounted to 1 or 2 appearances a month. And she was getting paid $72,000 a year for that. And then he ramped it up so she got more than $120,000 being on a medical advisory committee, where most of the rest of the committee members were all 70 or above, because they had a lifetime in the field of medicine, which she did not. So she got $120,000 a year to finance what became a campaign for attorney general in the San Francisco area.
Couple of things I want to bring up too, in terms of her being tough on crime, and we're going to look at that West Bank thing should be looked into. I hear that, but when you talk about being tough on crime, she proposed a bill in 2005 that essentially would allow you to be arrested 3 times before you actually went to jail. The police chief at that time pushed back on it and says, "I can't buy." Heather Fong served as police chief until 2009. Says proposal is ridiculous. So when she says she was tough on crime, tough on the border, it doesn't seem in many respects her record reflects that. Is that the, what did you find, Judge?
That's like her being bused to school and her smoking dope in the dorm listening to Tupac. It's the fabrication. You put your finger up in there and see which way the wind's blowing, and that's what you try to do. Actually, her prosecutorial experience was an unmitigated disaster. I just interviewed a woman that was inappropriately caught up in that truancy thing for adults. A 9-year-old girl was caused to have a stroke, became paralyzed, and at 22 is still not fully recovered.
So, Judge, just tell everyone, just run out of time.
Years.
Just real quick, what everyone said was, for example, if you cut school, they were actually pressing charges on parents. That was her idea to stop truancy.
Except in this case, the woman wasn't involved in that. The child was suffering from acute complications from sickle cell disease hospital. But Kamala Harris sicked some press on the woman to wait outside her home while she was expecting assistance, and it turned out to be an arrest. And the girl was caused to have a stroke. You know, this kind of thing is bad, and that's not.
Hey, to talk about that, I will get that video next time and play it. The whole video of that woman. And she goes in on Kamala, but Kamala Harris had her arrested. I had to get her name. Had her arrested because she was dealing with her daughter, like Judge Brown said, with sickle cell anemia. And she, missed school because of hospitalization, all that stuff. And Kamala Harris had her arrested. It is the interview she does. Oh yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. And anyway, so it's almost done. Because I got some other immigration
because
stuff.
the prosecutor is supposed to deliver justice, which includes every now and then standing up and saying, Your Honor, in the interest of justice, the state wishes to dismiss these charges. And she never did that because she always played it to the camera.
And Judge, I've watched you. You could talk for hours on this, but just to summarize, the American people have gotten one interview with the vice president. We'll see one debate with the vice president. If she becomes president, says she hasn't forgotten her values. She hasn't changed. If she becomes president, what are her values? What kind of president will she be?
She's a fascist. You can see strength through joy. 90 years ago, last month, in Nazi Germany, they came up with a program, Strength Through Joy. And it was exactly the same as the one she's proposing. 90 years ago, same year, they came up with a bureau to suppress misinformation. Waltz and Harris have been pushing that. 90 years ago, 19.
All right. So that was Judge Brown. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, that was the interview. We're not going to do that, but I wanted to. So Brian Matta is another one. What is? Oh, let me see. That's on. That might be. No. Let me. Ryan Matta is the other guy. So. Right here, we'll play this.
Interaction. I started to read through the comments. One of my subscribers or followers made a really good point. These aren't illegal aliens. These aren't illegal immigrants. These are military-age men that were bought and paid to come here by our own government. When your government is paying illegal immigrants to invade your country and they're providing them with support, aid, comfort, arms, and everything else, they are no longer illegal immigrants. That is what you call mercenaries. What we are witnessing in Chicago is a color revolution. It is your government who bought and paid a army of military-age men to invade your country with your tax dollars. This is your America, not fucking theirs. So we have an elite group of about 100 to 1,000 people at the top upper echelons that think that they have the ability to fucking ravish and destroy our nation using any means necessary, including our tax dollars. We should stop referring to these people as illegal immigrants and start referring to them to mercenaries. Because it's one thing to deport an illegal alien. It's another thing to start addressing them for exactly what they are, and they are mercenaries. These are bought and paid military armies bought by your government with your tax dollars. And if we don't eradicate them, they are going to slaughter and murder and rape American women and children, and it's already happening all across our nation. Are you ready for that, America? Are you ready to be zip tied to your bed while some Venezuelan savage gang rapes your daughter and your wife right in front of you? Because that's what's coming. These people aren't here for a better life. These aren't newcomers. These aren't dreamers. These are mercenaries. Wake up, America.
Yeah, Ryan's a on the grounds um, journalist. He goes to the areas. So I'm gonna go to the other one that Ryan had. Well, here's one. This is a lady talking about her husband staying at a hotel, I think. So I'm gonna play this one too.
Oldest son, they were on a hockey weekend up in Buffalo. We live in Cleveland.
Hold on.
And try not to go too political, but I just had to share this. So my husband just got home with my oldest son. They were on a hockey weekend up in Buffalo. We live in Cleveland. And they were staying in a town outside of Buffalo called Amherst, New York. And a security guard came over to my husband. He was standing outside. He was at a Hampton Inn, and the security guard was at a hotel next door. And he said, hey, when you park your car tonight, make sure you're parking it in the front of the hotel and under the lights, because we've been having a lot of crime. And my husband's like, why? What's going on? What's happening? He's like, well, the hotel that I work at is 100% occupied by illegals from Honduras that were sent here from the government. And Jim is like, why? What's going on? He's like, they don't work. They don't speak English. And they're getting fed for free. They're staying for free. They've all got phones, and they all have transportation ways to get around. And they guess their stay is until November 15th. So you do the math. I wonder why they're here until November 15th. Try not to go too political, but I just had to share this.
All right,
so my husband just got
November
home with my
15th.
oldest son. They were on a hockey weekend up in Buffalo. We live in Cleveland. And
Is that not amazing? November 15th. They're here just to vote, and then they're going on. We could talk about that article. There's a group called the Voluntary Human Extinction Movement. I can't even talk tonight. Anyway, yeah, that's a fun article to read. That's a sad news story right there. But so let's go back to. Let me go back to bookmarks. So this is another one.
Don't ask me nothing. I'm gonna ask you to please step out.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna ask you to please
Oh, what?
step out. Or I'm gonna call the police
Oh,
for
you
you.
call who the fuck you want to call?
Go ahead. Hey, call the police for me real quick.
Shit.
Call 911.
Fuck you think you talking to? Okay, who you call?
911. Just call 911.
Chump.
We'll walk out. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're
Who the
leaving.
fuck do you want to
We're
call?
leaving.
Thank you, sir, for understanding.
Yeah, you'll understand what it is once they get all the way out.
Oh,
I wish you touched me. I wish you touched me.
no, I'm gonna shoot.
I wish you touched me, sir. Can you please step out?
No.
Step out of the building. Don't worry. Just call 911. That's fine. That's fine. It's no problem. Hey, you're in a private building. You're in a private.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You're looking at a 12-story minimum, 12-story building.
No. Way tougher than tough.
Excuse me, sir.
Way tougher than tough. Way to keep talking. All you gotta do is keep talking.
Sir,
You know what I mean?
Step out on the property, please.
message is right
I'll show
here.
you what a tough guy looks like.
name's Arturo.
I'll show you what a tough
Step
guy
out of the
looks
property,
like.
sir, please.
Oh, you gonna do what?
Please step out of
Call the police. That's all you gonna do.
That's fine.
You gonna call the police.
That's fine.
Right, exactly. Stay in your motherfucking place. Chump.
This is America. This is treason. This is exactly. But see, these guys can walk into our building we pay for, but we can't. You want to understand what treason is, America? This is what's called treason.
I think
Right
this
here.
is
This whole
Chicago.
building has been renovated to house illegal aliens.
Yes.
We just came several blocks away from it. U.S. citizens sleeping in redundant, torn down tents. You got a 15-story building they renovated We just walked in behind 2 illegal aliens, they look like they're from Venezuela. They get to walk in, and then we get accosted and yell at and curse at.
And then they call the police.
They call the police, and
shit.
we just walked in thinking, well, can I have some of this free shit?
Right.
Can I have some of it? You and I spent $1,000 at an Airbnb. Can I stay in one of those rooms for 3 days for free?
Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy stuff. You need to follow Ryan Matta, Matta. He does a lot of good on the ground journalism, goes to all these places, gets real story that I mean you don't see any of that in the news. Y'all want to see y'all want to see I think it's on this one. You know what? So under so let's see what this is.
One of the programs that she started on Truancy, which is what a lot of people have been hitting my Twitter feed about, how that program, from their criticism is it separated Black children from their families. She talks about the fact that, yeah, there were a lot of tough decisions that were made, but I stand by them. She's going to have to talk about that more fully. Kamala Harris never sent parents to jail for their kids' truancy. One of the programs that she started on Truancy, which is what a lot of people have been hitting my Twitter feed about, how that program, from their criticism is.
Oh my gosh. That the amazing thing is how they remade this woman. I saw a stat today that says her approval rating as vice president. She's in office now. If y'all don't remember that, she's in office now. Her approval rating as vice president was like 28%. And now all of a sudden she's at 40-something%. It don't make sense. So pretty much everything the press is telling you is lying. You just seen that. That was 2019, same reporter saying that she stands by her truancy thing and all that. Excuse me. 2024, she has never done that. Really? I mean, this is I think, did I do the definition of gaslighting? Yeah, that was last week. Talked about gaslighting. That's what this is. So anyway, there was some other trying to think. There were some other things this week that's oh yeah. If you don't know who Michael Knowles is, he so DAR is the Daughters of the American Revolution. Okay. So just to sum it up real quick. So DAR requires, and has always required for years, that in order to be in the group, you have to be a blood biological woman, daughter of a descendant from like what is let's see. So is for daughters of female descendants of revolutionary patriots. As genealogical organization, DAR takes biological integrity so seriously that only biological descendants, not adopted family member. So you can't even be adopted because genetically you have different genes. So you have to be a biological daughter of a descendant of a revolutionary patriot. Well, now you've got some activists in there, and now they are allowing, and a lot of the members are pissed, but now they're allowing men that say they're women, but there is a Sons of Sons of American Revolutionary. So theirs is the same principle as the Daughters of American Revolutionary. So if you're a son of a descendant of American revolutionists, you can, and not adopted. But now the one that thinks he's a woman is they're trying to force themselves into a women only organization. Same thing they're doing. I talked about this either last week or the Pathos thing. I mean, here's another organization that the trans community is trying to, move themselves into and force themselves into. And what's a shame is, I mean, the women, the chapters, they're pissed, and the activists are on the board. That's one of the problems. But anyway, that's yeah, I mean, I could go on and read all of Michael Knowles' stuff, but I'm not going to read all that. But anyway, there's some other things, and I should have got on here to share the Facebook, some of the Facebook posts, and maybe I'll do that next time. And it has to do with the voluntary human extinction project, or whatever it's called. Basically, they want to, what they're hoping is we quit procreating and humans don't exist. It's transhumanist crap. Man, maybe I need to do this. I don't know what it looks like when I go over to try to share thing. Let me see if I can do it real quick. I don't even know how this looks when I go find stuff. Let me see if I can log in. If I remember my password, that's the problem. Okay. Saved. You know what? I'm gonna end with this if I can find it. Let me see. No. I want to share this. Okay. Let me try to do this.
More people are dropping like flies through no fault of their own, and everybody's blaming it on a coincidence.
Well, luckily for you, we here at the 17 Protection Agency, we've been in the business of coincidence for over 200 years. Now, we can't make what happened to you people unhappen, but we can happen to other people some coincidence of their own.
Well said, Dominic. Coincidence is a two-way street.
Coincidences happen all the time.
Yeah.
Like for this person right over here, Maria wanted a coincidence to happen.
They tried to tell my Tommy that if he wanted to play school soccer, he had to get the thing. So I picked up the phone and called the Sabatinis, and now, coincidentally, he no longer has to get the thing. And he's still playing school soccer. Screw those Mamalukes, and God bless the Sabatinis.
Didn't she look happy to you?
Yeah, you know what, boys? I got 3 or 4 coincidences in the trunk of my car right now.
Oh, foul with you, Michael.
Do yourself a favor. Call the Sabatini Family Protection Agency at the number below. Dominic, what's that number?
1-800-GABA-GO. But do me a favor, like Uncle Vinny says with you, could you use a burner phone one time with you guys?
Oh, that's just funny. All right, let me see if I can find. This may be it. It has to do with. Oh, no. What do I? Man, if I can find the video on the writer of The Matrix and Terminator, what she had to say. So awesome. You know what? Yeah, I had to find it some other time. So, let me see what this is.
The final goal
Oh,
is
this
to
is it.
eradicate humanity as we know it. Once you understand the final destination, it becomes much easier to look back and identify the psychological conditioning, the biological tampering, the cultural grooming, and the educational prepping that we have been subjected to for decades in preparation to making us accept a post-human future. It takes a lot of physical and psychological abuse to get an intelligent species like ours to agree to its own extinction. Most, if not all, that has transcended in the last 60 years was designed to get us closer to accepting such a dystopian reality. Whether you care to accept it or not, we live in a hyper-controlled matrix where our perception of reality is meticulously planned, managed, and executed in order to control and steer us in whichever direction they wish. And the direction is a post-human world. For this, they first needed to destabilize, dehumanize, and demoralize humanity through every means possible. The destruction of the nuclear family, children being indoctrinated by the state, abortion, the eradication of God and spirituality from education, life in megacities and away from nature, toxic food, air, and water, social media, replacing real human connection and interaction, engineered financial crisis and taxation, endless wars and massive migration, stress, anxiety, depression, drugs and alcohol, constant fear-mongering, moral relativism as the new religion. And I could go on and on about how humanity has been influenced and forced to move away from all the things that give us strength, security, purpose, and meaning. A weak, immoral, disconnected, ignorant, and unhealthy population is an easy target for the next stage, the creation of an entire generation of androgynous beings. Masculinity is under attack psychologically, culturally, and biologically. Women are being replaced in sports, entertainment, and politics by men pretending to be women. And children are being indoctrinated at school to think that gender is a choice. The transgender movement is not a grassroots movement. It comes from the top. It has nothing to do with people's freedom of expression, sexuality, or civil rights. It's an evil psyop with a clear agenda to get us closer to transhumanism by making us question the most fundamental notion of human identity, our gender.
Well, I can't say it any better. You know. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't gonna get on here tonight, but I mean, there's so many things. I could I mean, there's some crazy like what the word Nickelodeon means. Y'all want to hear that? I guess why not? Why not? This is the Nickelodeon theory. And oh yeah, by the way, I should have found, let me see if I have it. Found the and it might be that guy. Let me go on down. What Kamala what Kamala's name means. Very interesting. Let's see. I say so many things crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna say I want something funny now. So this ain't got nothing to do with politics. Let me see if this is about the cereal and the hamburger helper. I sent it to my daughter, and it was hilarious.
I didn't know there was an ocean in Chicago. There's no.
Oh, this is a good one.
Big Lake. Big Lake. It's not an ocean. Literally the Lake of Michigan. I have been in a few lakes in my life. Yes. They're brown, and I can see the end. Yes. That was a ocean. Lake Michigan. What's the difference between a lake and an ocean? You're kidding? Or I'm dead ass. Because if the lake that was in Chicago is a lake, I don't know what a lake and an ocean is. A lake is completely enclosed by land. Isn't everything enclosed by land? Are you with me right now? Technically, everything's enclosed by land. No, all of land's enclosed by water. How? If the Earth, hold on, are we doing a riddle? If the Earth is 70% water, how in the hell would you say the 30% is enclosing the 70? The 70 is enclosing the 30. Yes or no? When we were in Chicago, did you see the other part of the land on that ocean lake? It's a big ass lake. That's an ocean. It's a lake. Did it run out to something? To Canada. Exactly. More land. Lake. I didn't know there was an ocean in Chicago. There's not. Big lake.
Those two are hilarious. I mean, the hamburger helper one is probably. Is this? Let me see. Is this? Why is? Are you eating cereal, or do you need milk for it to be cereal? No, okay. It itself is cereal. Okay, start this over because if you get a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, are you eating cereal, or do you need milk for it to be cereal? No, it itself is cereal. Okay, so what's in the box is Hamburger Helper. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch isn't called Flaky Cereal Helper. It is the cereal. Your shit's literally called Hamburger Helper. This box helps the hamburger that you're cooking. Is that what that name comes from? Yes, I don't think so. I think you just made that up. Hamburger Helper. I'm here to help your hamburger. Hamburger Helper is heating something up. That's not cooking. You cook meat. No, that's not Hamburger Helper. That's ground beef. But that's what the box is there for. No, the box is the Hamburger Helper. You can have Hamburger Helper without the beef. So you're going to eat dry noodles and seasoning. What's spaghetti? Noodles. What's macaroni? What's macaroni? Noodles that you cook. You boil the noodles. So you can't have macaroni without cheese. That's the noodle. That's the name of the noodle. The dish is called macaroni Hamburger Helper, dog. You're helping the hamburger. Hamburger Helper. It's in the name. Freestyling, brother. You're freestyling. Now I'm shady. I'm rabid. I'm B-rabid. Cam. Why wouldn't the ground beef come with the Hamburger Helper then? Because it has to be refrigerated in a different section or it's going to be raw. You're going to turn into a zombie. Ground beef is frozen, not refrigerated. Ground beef is not frozen. It's actually ground beef is not. Where do you store your ground beef in your house? Dead ass. Where do you store your ground beef? In the fridge. If you want it to last long, you freeze it so it stays fresh. You store ground beef in a fridge, dog? When you buy it, it's refrigerated. It's not frozen. When you buy it. Didn't you have the swine flu? That was when I was younger. That's why. It was going around the nation. That's why you had the swine flu, because you're refrigerating beef. Where do you put your meat? And you.
My sister-in-law DNA tested my daughter behind my back and then paraded.
I don't even know what that one is. So, yeah, I don't know what that one is. Let me get out of this. That one cracks me up all the time. But let's let me find the Nickelodeon. All right, check this out. This is Nickelodeon theory.
You know the Nickelodeon theory? No. How Nickelodeon? Really?
Satanic?
No. What?
Yo! So,
What?
Nickelodeon, the word itself, you know what it actually means? Back that! What the fuck does Nickelodeon mean?
No,
Back that shit, bro.
Nickelodeon.
What does it actually mean? Like, where did that word come from?
That whole word, or is it like split into
guess
parts?
what it means in Latin?
No!
It's
Satan?
So, no.
Okay.
Nickelodeon, in Latin, translated to English, Nickelodeon means I don't care about God.
No, stop.
That's what it means.
Stop.
I care, but that's what it means.
What? No way, it lies.
Is that? So check this out. People are putting it in like the Google Translate and translating it. Yeah, I'll show you a video, fam.
Put that Google Translate, bro.
Check this shit out.
What?
So look.
That's the most random shit.
But Nickelodeon.
Okay, so it is split up. So you have to split up the words.
It's different words.
Okay. I don't know anything.
And then look. And then make the space. Oh, yo. It's crazy, bro.
Oh. And if you really...
But why? See, it boggles my mind because, like, where would that word come from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, where would that word come from? And then why would they make that the name of the kid's channel, bro?
And you already know, like, Nickelodeon.
You know the...
Yeah. Where'd that come from, bro? Anyway, I just had a few little things. I could go on and on. There's so much stuff out there. If y'all aren't doing research on your own, following these real on the ground reporters, they ain't editing the videos. They're reporting. They're going there. They're reporting what is there. So the mainstream media right now is on a again go and follow Mike Benz, BENZ, Mike Benz. Go listen to the history of the intelligent states. He just gave a lecture on it. It's 40 minutes. And 1948 is when they all started the whole propaganda machine, and they started overseas influencing elections. They gave $250 million to make sure that Italy voted the person they wanted voted in. We wanted to control that. And all they've done is just brought it domestically instead of internationally. So it's all in his lecture it showed in 1789 we established 3 government departments. The state basically handles pretty much everything. The defense and the treasury. So treasury handles money, defense handles war and stuff, and the state handles everything else. The state secretary or secretary of state, secretary of defense, and secretary of treasury. There was only 3. Now we have 17. There needs to be some trim cut. And the last thing, one stupid thing, I was scrolling through TikTok and seeing these lives, and these soy boys. One was very soy with a camo shirt on and hat that says "Hotties for Kamala" or "Hotties for Harris," and debating people that are voting for Trump. Then the next one I go to, I'm scrolling, and Flamer that says, "I'm voting for Kamala's, come and debate me." And I hear one of his debates with this woman. She kind of knows, but she don't. And he says, "Oh, well, Trump's going after your money. He's going to put tariffs on people, and that's going to cause you not to be able to buy." Dude, what do you think's happening now? They are so brainwashed that all I would ask is Trump put tariffs on in his first 4 years, put tariffs on, and I had money. And they executive order everything that Trump did, got rid of it, and now I live very paycheck to paycheck. At least with Trump, I wasn't so much paycheck to paycheck, but I'm still middle class working dude. But yeah, it's crazy. They crazy, and if you don't get out there and tell people, the true things when you do your own research, some people you're not going to be able to convince anyway. Anyway, I didn't have much to say. Again, tomorrow, Thursday will be a rerun of one of them. I'm just going to pick one. Friday night, I'll be back with Dan the Man, but we're going to do a pre-record because the high school where I live, homecoming weekend. So I usually go to that, see a lot of people I hadn't seen in a while. So we're going to do a pre-record. It will be on at 8:00 as normal. And again, comment. We'll do a hat giveaway. It's our 25th episode on Two Guys One Dock. So anybody that comments or that participates, twinkle twinkles, your name will go in the hat, in the big hat, for a hat giveaway, boat ramp hat giveaway. I know Clayton's watching. He won him one, or got him one anyway. So that's it for tonight. Appreciate y'all watching later. But yeah. Like I said, I'm waiting on dates. I got about 6 to 8 people that have committed to saying they will come on, and they just got to pick a Tuesday that they want to come on, or a Thursday. And it's some very good, it'll be very good conversation and stories, people's stories, very interesting people. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. See y'all Friday night in person, and rerun Thursday. All right, have a good one. Let me end with this.